At Arizona State University, we've made online education better, smarter, and more personalized so you can go further in your aspiring field.
I decided to pursue medicine once I realized that ASU did have the online program for biological sciences. You're still required to learn the same curriculum. You're still being tested on the same content that anyone would be tested on in person. The comprehensiveness of the program prepared me so well for medical school.
Explore over 350 plus programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome again to my podcast, Snacks Thoughts. I say again, welcome to my podcast, Snacks Thoughts. And what is my thought for the night? Well, I was thinking, about how life sometimes throws us obstacles. And it seems like whenever we try to get one thing done or get on our feet, it seems like it's something else, always coming up, seeming to obstruct our path or obstruct us from getting the goal that we seek to accomplish, And so I was always told, by my family that there's always more than one way to skin a cat. And I'm going to say it again. There's always more than one way to skin a cat. And so, for you animal lovers, this episode is not about harming any animals, and no animals be harmed. It's a figure of speech, But I think I'm going to title this episode The Workaround, and I'll say it again, The Workaround. And so when I talk about the workaround, it alludes, to the figure of speech, not literal, but there's always more than one way to skin a cat. And so sometimes in this life, you got to persevere. You really got to be determined that you are not going to be stopped from whatever it is that you're seeking to accomplish, And I believe it this way, if you can't climb over the wall, you go under it. If you can't go under the wall, you go around it. If you can't go around the wall, you try your best to knock it down, piece by piece. You do whatever it takes. And there's always more than one way to get things done. And when I'm talking about and the workaround, I'm talking about doing things with integrity and honesty, not doing anything illegal or dishonest. So I want to put that disclaimer, out there. But yes, the workaround. And I think that as human beings, I think as people, sometimes we may get set, on a particular pattern and thinking that things have to be done, say maybe a certain way because it worked that way before, or it's always been that way, And then what'll happen is that when we face, say, certain challenges or life will throw us a curveball, sometimes some of us, we may not know what to do, and then some of us, we recognize that we have to adapt and adjust and come up with a new strategy or a new plan. What I found in this life, life is like a boxing match. You know what I'm saying? It's like a boxing match, or it's like an opponent. And I like to compare life using the athletic analogy. You know what I'm saying? I believe in sports is something that, generally speaking, a lot of people can relate to, even for those that really don't play sports, but they can kind of get. You know what I'm saying? They can kind of get it. But it's like competing against an opponent or another athlete. And so every opponent or every athletic competitor is different. Each one, regardless of whatever the sport is, they have their own unique style. They have their own set of unique talents and gifts, and how they apply them. You see what I'm saying? And so if you look at it that way, from an athletic perspective, well, obviously, you're not going to deal or compete against every opponent the same way because they have different strengths or weaknesses. So, for one, you may have to, switch your style up, to try to beat them in competition one way. Another, you may have to, switch it up, to beat them competitively another way. You see what I'm saying? So there's more than one way, to get something done or to skin a cat. And it would be foolish to, in life, try to use the same strategy, and style for every situation because in life, they're just like you have different people in this world, and you even in sports, you have many different types of athletes that are uniquely different. In life, it can throw you so many different challenges, and changes. So I hope you guys can get my analogy and where I'm coming from. And sometimes life can throw you curveballs, sometimes things that can get you frustrated. But the key thing is that you have to know how to work through the challenges and work through the frustration. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it stop you, from moving. You may have a battle, and at certain times you may be hindered, but you never stop moving. You keep on going, or as they say, you keep on keeping on. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, there's always more than one way to skin a cat. There is always a workaround, and we just have to sometimes step back and figure out exactly what the workaround is for our unique situation. So I hope you guys, can get with that and understand where I'm coming from, but life is like that, you know what I'm saying? And life throws us all changes and, unique challenges. But the key to it is we all are going to face them, but how you going to handle it, is what the deal is. How are you going to handle it? That right there mostly will decide your outcome. Are you going to stop? Are you going to give up? Are you going to quit? Or are you going to keep on going? And my dad always had a saying that when the going gets tough, the tough get going. So if I had to say anything in this episode, I would like to encourage anyone listening to this that if you're facing any unique challenge, facing any challenge in life, to keep going, you know what I'm saying? If at any way possible, figure out the workaround, figure out the workaround. And if the situation seems that it's so impossible or insurmountable that it cannot be overcome, well, then you always have God that you can turn to. And for him, nothing is impossible. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing that Jesus can't work out. So, and obviously, this is not a religious episode, you know what I'm saying? But, obviously God should be our first option. But as human beings, we do have a responsibility to do our part, But I just want to encourage anybody, you know what I'm saying? If you're facing, challenges or, you got a struggle that, that's going on that you're battling with, hey, keep on keeping on. There's more than one way to skin a cat, but I just want to leave with that food for thought, and the name of this podcast is Snack's Thoughts. That's SNAKZTHOUGHTS, Snack's Thoughts. And you can find this podcast on Spotify, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, and a host of other social media outlets. And also, I have a YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube, EricBroadus YouTube, or ericbroadusyoutube.com. So please go over to Eric Broadus YouTube and smash the bell to become a subscriber. Turn on all notifications. Hit the like button to like the video. Hit the unlike button if you don't like the videos. Either way, leave a comment. Love to dialogue with you. And for my podcast, Snacks Thoughts, leave a comment. And you can either like it, you know what I'm saying, or unlike it. Either way. You know, say, hey, hit the button, you know, make your presence felt, make it known. Love to dialogue you and hear what you have to say. Also, I have a channel on Rumble, Snacks123, SNAKZ123 on Rumble. So please go over to Rumble and subscribe to my Rumble channel. Hit the like button to like the videos and episodes. If you don't like them, likewise, hit the unlike button. And either way, leave a comment. Love to dialogue with you. Lastly, I have posted my website, and I have health and nutrition products on there. The best 5 weight loss products. So click on the link and purchase the products, check them out, you know what I'm saying? Also, share, you know what I'm saying, the link with others so that they can go on there and purchase the products too. You know, if you want to lose weight, you want to lean out, you want to cut fat, and also you want to cut belly fat, these are some pretty good products, you know, that will definitely significantly help you get the job done, you know, and reach some of your health goals, you know. And I always say it like this, your health, more important thing is God. After that, your health is the most important thing that you have. Without it, you can't do anything. So check it out. 5 best weight loss products, guys. But anyway, yeah, that's all I have on this one. And thank you guys, you know what I'm saying, for listening. But remember the workaround. There's always more than one way to skin a cat. All right, guys. Peace out. Catch you on the next one. Be ready for some more content coming on YouTube and Snacks Thoughts later.